Taylor Swift gushes over boyfriend Travis Kelce in VMAs 2024 speech, urges fans to vote in presidential election, after making history at the 2024 Grammy Awards by winning Album of the Year for a fourth time. Taylor Swift now has 30 VMA wins with Video of the Year for Fortnite featuring Post Malone, making her the most decorated musician for the show ever. Swift, 34, has now tied with Beyoncé for VMA wins. She used the monumental moment to give a loving shout-out to her boyfriend, Kansas City Chiefs player Travis Kelce, and to urge fans to vote in the upcoming presidential election after endorsing Kamala Harris, of Fortnite, Swift said during her acceptance speech. "It was a fun video to make. And something I'll always remember. When I would finish a take and I would say cut and we would be done with that take, I would always just hear someone like cheering like, woo, from across the studio where we were shooting it, and that one person was my boyfriend. Travis. Everything that man touches turns to happiness and fun," she said. "So, I want to thank him for adding that to our shoot. Because I'll always remember that." Of course, Swift thanked her fans and MTV while mentioning the Eras tour. However, she ended her speech with possibly the most powerful statement of the night, "And if you are over 18, please register to vote for something else that's very important coming up, the presidential election." She stated, on Tuesday evening, Swift finally released her endorsement in the 2024 presidential election, following Donald Trump and Harris's debate. She also touched on the dangers of artificial intelligence after fake images showed her endorsing Trump, while announcing she watched the debate and urging others to do their own research. Swift wrote, "Recently I was made aware that AI of me falsely endorsing Donald Trump's presidential run was posted to his site. It really conjured up my fears around AI, and the dangers of spreading misinformation. It brought me to the conclusion that I need to be very transparent about my actual plans for this election as a voter." Revealing she'd be casting her vote for Harris and Tim Walz. She listed her reasons for the decision. "I'm voting for Kamala Harris because she fights for the rights and causes I believe need a warrior to champion them. I think she is a steady-handed, gifted leader, and I believe we can accomplish so much more in this country if we are led by calm and not chaos. I was so heartened and impressed by her selection of running mate Tim Walz, who has been standing up for LGBTQ rights, IVF, and a woman's right to her own body for decades," she shared. This VMA win wasn't the only one Swift scored at the show. She also won Artist of the Year, Best Collaboration for Fortnite featuring Post Malone, Best Pop, Best Direction, Best Editing and Song of the Summer, and had several applause-worthy outfit changes. Kelce has previously gushed about her VMAs recognition during the latest New Heights with Jason and Travis Kelce podcast episode. "Hopefully Taylor can walk away with a few. She's nominated for about 10 of those things tonight. Hopefully she can walk away with some Moon Men. Those are always one of the cooler trophies. The Space Guys," he said, describing the award items to his brother, Jason, 36, Travis, 34, added, "It's the big silver moon guy with the American flag, I think." "Yes, we landed on the moon," Jason replied. "It's the MTV flag, but that's a really cool award. Let's go Tay, come on Tay. Stay on top," Travis added. Wishing everybody the best though. Last year, Swift had the most nominations for the award ceremony. Leading the pack with 8 nods, Swift was nominated for Video of the Year, Best Editing and Best Cinematography. Swift made her VMA debut in 2008 when she was nominated for Best New Artist. Though she lost to Tokyo Hotel, she went on to win Best Female Video in 2009 for You Belong With Me, Best Video of the Year for Bad Blood in 2015 and Best Song of the Year for Antihero in 2023. In 2009, Swift's win was marred when Kanye Swift interrupted her acceptance speech. "Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you, I'ma let you finish, but Beyoncé had one of the best videos of all time," he said during the infamous moment. After the interruption, Swift performed You Belong With Me in front of Radio City Music Hall. Later during the awards show, Beyoncé asked Swift to make her speech when the Texas Hold'em singer won Video of the Year for Single Ladies. "I'd like to give Taylor her moment," Beyoncé told the crowd at the time. Though she didn't perform at Sunday's show, Swift has rocked the VMAs stage in the past. Since her debut VMA performance of You Belong With Me in 2009, Swift performed a mashup of The Night Is Still Young and Bad Blood with rapper Nicki Minaj in 2015. Swift also performed Shake It Off in 2014. When her backup dancers tried to have her jump off a second-story platform, Swift said, "I don't care if it's the VMAs, I'm not jumping off there," according to USA Today. "People are getting bit by snakes, it's dangerous." Taylor Swift endorses Kamala Harris after presidential debate, calls for calm and not chaos. Global superstar Taylor Swift on Tuesday announced her support for Kamala Harris's presidential campaign in a highly anticipated endorsement that could energize millions of so-called Swifties. The Fortnite singer endorsed the Democratic nominee in an Instagram post moments after Harris's first debate with Donald Trump wrapped up. "Like many of you, I watched the debate tonight," Swift wrote. "If you haven't already, now is a great time to do your research on the issues at hand and the stances these candidates take on the topics that matter to you the most. As a voter, I make sure to watch and read everything I can about their proposed policies and plans for this country." She continued, "I will be casting my vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in the 2024 presidential election. I'm voting for Kamala Harris because she fights for the rights and causes I believe need a warrior to champion them. I think she is a steady-handed, gifted leader, and I believe we can accomplish so much more in this country if we are led by calm and not chaos." I was so heartened and impressed by her selection of running mate, Tim Walz, who has been standing up for LGBTQ rights, IVF, and a woman's right to her own body for decades. Swift signed the post "childless cat lady," a clear reference to controversial remarks from Trump's running mate, Senator J.D. Vance. Swift's endorsement comes after her close friend Brittany Mahomes, best known as the wife of Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, made headlines in recent weeks for publicly supporting Trump. Swift and Brittany Mahomes were seen hugging at the U.S. Open in New York City on Sunday, suggesting their political differences aren't getting in the way of their friendship. Swift didn't endorse President Joe Biden before he dropped out of the race, but she also didn't endorse the Biden-Harris ticket in 2020 until about a month before the election. Swift's reach is arguably unmatched, with some contending she's now the most famous person in the world amid her record-breaking Eras tour. She has more than 280 million Instagram followers, far surpassing Harris's 17 million and Donald Trump's 26 million, but do those metrics translate into actual political influence? It's a subject scholars and pundits have debated for years. According to a PolitiFact article published in February, it would be misguided to assume that Swift's potential involvement in the race would be a magic bullet with guaranteed results. The article continued, "Experts say it often takes more than a single message or action for celebrity endorsements to move the needle in elections. And younger people could be particularly hard to sway because they consistently chalk up the lowest turnout rates at the polls. An endorsement would draw attention, but her fans already lean left." As my colleague Jahan Jones wrote for the Readout blog in May, some celebrity endorsements, including one from Swift, haven't meaningfully affected outcomes in recent years. Jones wrote, "Beyoncé endorsed Beto O'Rourke, a Democrat, in her home state of Texas in 2018 against Republican Senator Ted Cruz. And that same year Taylor Swift endorsed Democratic Senate candidate Phil Bredesen's effort to oust Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee. Both O'Rourke and Bredesen lost, and the celebrity endorsements seemed hardly to have moved the needle, so the power of her endorsement may not lie in flipping Trump supporters or wooing independents as much as it does in her ability to engage and turn out voters generally." Vote.org said it saw a 1,226% jump in participation in the hour after Swift's September 2023 Instagram post encouraging her followers to register to vote. NPR reported, "Many Republicans correctly view Taylor as an influential force," MSNBC's Ari Melber told his viewers in January. "Her impact goes from culture and music to a wider resurgent feminism to civic engagement. It could shape turnout." Regardless of whether Swift's endorsement delivers massive results for the Harris-Walz ticket, it's one the Biden campaign reportedly fought hard to win, as the New York Times reported in January. California Governor Gavin Newsom, then a top surrogate for the Biden campaign, had practically begged the pop icon to speak out in support of the president's re-election bid. Taylor Swift stands tall and unique, Newsom, who endorsed Harris after Biden withdrew, told reporters in September 2023. What she was able to accomplish just in getting young people activated to consider that they have a voice and that they should have a choice in the next election, I think, is profoundly powerful.